it's Nancy with Nancy's Nibbles of Life, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new around here, again, welcome. My name is Nancy, and I'm on the WW Personal Points program, and I also count calories. I love to bring you videos on recipes, grocery hauls, what I eat in a day. So welcome! I have a great recipe for you today. Speaking of recipes, I love shrimp, and I love to play around and make different recipes out of shrimp because, of course, there's 0 points for me on the WW Personal Points program, but also very low in calories. So today I have a shrimp burger for you, and not just a shrimp burger, it is a delicious shrimp burger with a curry slaw. You know, I have been experimenting with some flavors of curry, and this Trader Joe's Thai curry, oh my goodness, it's so good. You have to taste this shrimp burger. It almost reminds you of being on vacation somewhere, you know, in the tropics. All for great points and low calories. Are you ready to see how it goes? Let's go. Okay, let's get started on our ingredient list. You're going to need some fresh shrimp. That is 4 ounces of a fresh shrimp. You're also going to need, for seasoning, a little bit of dried cilantro, garlic powder. I also have turmeric here. I love turmeric, so good for you. Great flavor profile as well. And some ground ginger I have here. You're going to need a little salt and pepper. We'll get into the quantities later as usual. And we have one of my favorite sauces ever, this Thai style yellow curry sauce from Trader Joe's. It's so delicious. I've talked about it before. Okay, green onions and cabbage will make up our slaw, along with a little bit of lemon vinaigrette. I'm using this brand Lemonette. I really love it. We're also going to need the juice of a fresh lemon. For our batter, we're going to use tempura batter. We're also going to use some canola oil and egg whites and olive oil. Okay, let's get going. So the first thing we want to do is mince our shrimp. You know, this is a shrimp burger, of course, and so one of the ways to form our patty is to get those shrimp nice and small. So we want to mince and dice, and you see that I'm using a serrated knife here to do that. It's just a little quicker for me to do it this way. And also I'm going to go back over these shrimp kind of in that fashion so that I can mince them very, very small. But you just want to continue to do that. Get your shrimp nice and small. Break up any big chunks because, you know, we want our patty nice and light and fluffy. And so pieces that are too big will kind of weigh you down. So just continue to work that shrimp with your knife until you get it to a good size and break all of those shrimp down. I'll show you what it looks like after I've gone over this shrimp a few times with my knife. All right, so here we go, nice and minced. You know, you just want to, again, get really small pieces to your shrimp. Okay, let's keep it moving. So what we want to do is add our shrimp to a bowl. And then we're going to start building our patty. Now, for this recipe, I'm using 1 tablespoon of tempura. And, you know, my thought process was tempura is a nice, light, crispy, crunchy batter. But it may not have held up as good as I wanted it to, so I'll show you what I mean in a little bit. But anyway, 1 tablespoon of that tempura is 1 point. So far we're at 1 point. We're also going to start seasoning this patty. Now, I always say, you're the cook, you season how you see fit. I usually say 1/8 of a teaspoon works. You can use 1/2 of a teaspoon, however you want to season your patty, right? A few shakes of these seasonings, and I'm sure it's about 1/8 of a teaspoon, or maybe a little more here and there. So again, garlic powder, ground ginger, turmeric, salt and pepper. So I love the turmeric. Again, we're making again a curry slaw burger, and it's turmeric just seemed perfect to use. Dried cilantro also a really great addition to this kind of almost tropical feeling shrimp burger. Okay, so we got all of our seasonings in. We're going to get that tempura mixed in well, and then we're going to move to our egg whites. So I am going to say 3 tablespoons of an egg white will work. I'm going to use my 1/4 of a cup measure, but I'm not going to fill it all the way up to the top. And then again, you want to use just approximately 3 tablespoons of those egg whites. So 0 points. So again, we're still only at 1 point for our batter. Give that a good mix. And you'll see the really pretty color of this shrimp burger mix with that turmeric. It already looks kind of tropical and curry-like, don't you think? Okay, so this isn't the kind of batter that you could pick up and form a ball into. And there we go. Isn't it pretty? Okay, so what we're going to do is have to form our patty. So I have a little wax paper down here, and I'm going to add our shrimp batter to the wax paper. And of course, we want to place it right in the middle and create kind of like a patty, kind of a mound-shaped patty. And what we're going to do is fold that paper in, and then we're going to place it in the freezer for about an hour so that it firms up on us and we can handle it when we add it to our skillet. Okay, so there we go. Fold that piece of paper over and then bring it down at the tops. And we're going to put it in the freezer for about an hour, just so it firms up on us. Okay, hope I didn't make you dizzy there. An hour has passed, and take a look here. Now I will have to admit I didn't use mine in the freezer. I didn't keep mine in the freezer for 1 full hour because I wanted to get through my recipe, but you should for 1 hour. Okay, so I've added 1 teaspoon of olive oil and cooking spray to my skillet. Adding cooking spray just gives us a bit more fat. Takes our 1 teaspoon of oil a little further. All right, so we're going to go ahead and fry this patty about 6 minutes on each side. Now, back to that tempura batter. My thought process again was that it would be light and crunchy, but it didn't hold up really well, so my patty kind of broke apart on me. When I use this recipe again, I'm going to substitute the tempura batter for flour. So you keep that in mind. You might want to try that in your recipe. Let's get going on this delicious slaw. We have about a 1/2 cup of cabbage here. Just go ahead and get your cabbage head out. And you see I'm taking my time and slicing that cabbage very thinly because we're going to make our slaw out of this cabbage, and we don't want the pieces too big. Same here. Let's dice up some green onion, and we're going to add this, of course, to a bowl. There we go. And so let's get to the curry piece of our shrimp burger. What we're going to do is add a little bit of that lemonette dressing. Now again, this is a lemon vinaigrette dressing, and it's 1 point, and I'm using 1 tablespoon of it. And skip this step if you don't have it. You don't have to do it. It just adds a little bit of a tang in there for me. And of course, we're using fresh lemon juice, remember, so you could skip this if you want. Okay, now for that Thai style yellow curry sauce. Oh my gosh. You guys, this is one of my favorite things from Trader Joe's. It's so yummy. So 1 tablespoon of that sauce, 2 points. So delicious. Actually, I'm gonna bump up the quantity to 1/8 of a cup for 2 points because we're gonna smear that on our bun as well. So get a little extra. And we're gonna just go ahead and add a little black pepper to the slaw, that lemonette, and that Thai curry sauce. And here is a squeeze of a wedge of lemon. Add that as well. So, you know, so far our points are 1 for the tempura batter mix, 1 for the olive oil, 1 for my lemonette, and then 2 for the yellow curry. So 5 points. I'm going to add that. Now I'm using a brioche bun here to build my burger, but you could use whatever you like. I'm not adding the points on for the bun because, again, use whichever bun you want. I love this brioche bun from Trader Joe's. So delicious. Now let's build this burger up. Go ahead and add that wonderfully delicious slaw to one side of the burger, there directly onto your bun. And let's carefully add our patty. And you know, I was saying to you that it didn't hold up all that great. If you try this recipe, maybe you want to try with some white flour, but there it is. Woo-wee, this was a delicious shrimp burger, I gotta tell you. Really, really good. You definitely want to give this a try. Again, the patty and the slaw come in at 5 points or 318 calories. Check out this crosscut. You know, really great sandwich. That coleslaw is so good. It makes the sandwich. Give it a try, guys. Well, what did you think about that recipe? You know, like I said, when I make this recipe again, I'm going to use flour instead of that tempura batter. Or maybe add a little bit of tempura batter on the outside of the patio once I form it. Because I do want that crispy texture, but of course I want it to hold together. So I hope that you play around with it. If you do, let us know what your results are. It's still a delicious burger, and that slaw, oh, it really makes the burger, I'm telling you. Well, I hope that you enjoyed the video today. If you did, don't forget to give me that thumbs up. It really does help the channel. Subscribe if you haven't. I would love to have you around here. And guess what? I'll see you on the next video. Take care, guys. Bye.